The hammock is a symbol of this being my home. I think because I spent so many months through the winter sitting on my porch, glorying in the fact that I had a home, I had a porch, and envisioning what spring would bring and all the work ahead of me. And it's just something that needed to be done to just say, I'm here and this is mine and I've nested.
I never in a million years thought that I would be a homeowner. Every time I walk through that door, I get a sense of, wow, you know, this key belongs to me. I'm not turning it back in, you know. It's a wonderful feeling. It's something that if there's words that exist, I don't know them to explain it. I actually grew up at the end of this street. So you talk about a double blessing here. It's like I've completed my circle. My son's life has changed because we were living in a very large apartment complex prior to becoming Habitat homeowners. And I was always saying to him, you can't go outside after dark. You know, you can't go play at another building where I can't see you. His life has changed because he has none of that now. He respects the privacy that we have, and he also knows that this will be his one day.
Pioneer Valley Habitat for Humanity came to be in the late 1980s when a number of people recognized that home ownership simply wasn't an option for many of the people who lived in the valley. Many of those families had grown up here, had connections here, had jobs here, wanted to stay here, but they were simply excluded from the home ownership market. And the founders, the original founders of the affiliate, came together, looked at the Habitat model, which really creates an opportunity for very low-income families to become homeowners in housing markets that they would never be able to otherwise.
And so I rushed over to this dwelling. I didn't know it was going to be this house. It was winter time and there were no walls. It was just like you could look right inside. And I said, well, here's my rent receipt, because they had just had a meeting. And they said, well, we're going to have another meeting tonight and we'll let you know what happened. And a few days later, they called me up and said, you have been chosen as the Habitat family. We just laughed and laughed and laughed. And we just said, and we're still pinching ourselves.
Also, owning a home has relieved some of the pressure that I've known living in subsidized housing. You never knew from one day to the next whether or not you were going to have subsidized housing, whether or not that would be taken from you because the government no longer found it a viable grant or anything, or if the complex that you were living in was no longer going to allow it. It has taken the fear of homelessness from me and from my sons, and it has given us a place that we can feel safe and secure and sheltered. And hopefully we'll never have to know that fear again.
It's comforting to know that I'm going to be here as long as I want to be here.
For the rest of our lives, all of us. And we live in a great neighborhood, and we couldn't ask for anything any better than where we are right now. We love it.
We can nail this door off.
Habitat requires that each partner family contribute their own sweat equity to the construction of the home. What sweat equity is actually the work, the labor of the partner family at the construction site.
This project has been a delight because both Tom and Hoy and Chum Nung have been here almost every weekend. That really energizes the project. It makes people feel like they're doing something for owners who, one, are appreciative, two, who are involved in the project, and three, it's great to have the volunteers meet the people who are going to benefit from their labor. I think it really energizes and motivates people, and it's been a real joy because these partner families have been highly visible and great to work with.
We put the pipe, I think the heat pipe, we connect that, and then I use the saw and to saw the hole. It's very tough. The first time I used that saw, it's very strong and kind of hard to make. It's very hard, and then I make a hole, and then also Hoy and I put the heat pipe, and then we connect it and we screw it in and we wrap it with aluminum foil, connect it and put from downstairs to upstairs. It was tough, but we enjoy it.
You learn a lot.
As maintenance needs to be done, they were there through the whole process. They know what's behind the sheetrock. They know what went into the plumbing and the electric, and I think it'll give them, make them more competent homeowners.
I've really loved working on the house, and I really loved working with the people. Meeting the people that come out and volunteer their time. It's really been an inspiring experience to see the people would come out and pound nails on a roof in December when it's 20 degrees and the wind is blowing. And it's my house, and I'm wondering what I'm doing up there. And I can't imagine the people come out and do that. And it's really been an inspiring experience.
It was key for us to say to our congregations, we don't want to just write a check. We also want to be involved with the labor. So we really want to say to you all, this is the way to go, house by house, family by family. And again, the key word for us is a partnership, and one which we're eternally grateful for all of your hard work. Thank you.
It's the most wonderful thing to wake up and know you own something. It's nice to come out and have a garden and plant flowers and see a hummingbird go through your yard. It's a wonderful feeling. I'm still pinching myself.
It is not only helping build homes, but it's bringing families together. It's building a community together. It's making a life complete.